CBS News projects Democratic Socialist Janeese Lewis George will win the Washington, D.C. mayoral primary. Fellow Democrat and former city council member Kenyon McDuffie conceded the race today. It was the first time D.C. residents used ranked choice voting. There were no Republicans on the ballot. Lewis George is expected to win in the solid blue district in November. She was asked earlier how she plans to work with President Trump, who has threatened a federal takeover of D.C. if she's elected.
I will work with anyone, including the president, and for the best interests of D.C. residents. And so I am hoping that we can work together, as every mayor of the district has had to work with any president of the United States, no matter their party.
CBS News political director Fin Gómez joins us now for more on Capitol Hill. So, Fin, why are we seeing this growing movement? I mean, first we saw Zohran Mamdani win in New York City. Why are we seeing this movement toward democratic socialism in major U.S. cities?
Yeah, Lindsay, I think in large part is because what the DSA has done is they tapped into some of that voter frustration that we've been seeing across the country, especially among younger voters. And you're seeing that in places not only here in D.C. or New York, but also Seattle. You're seeing that in L.A., in that mayoral race as well. But what they've also done, Lindsay, is they've also been one of the loudest voices, if you will, against the Trump administration and have advocated a more aggressive push against them and their policies. And I think that sort of has registered as well into the voters who are looking for, who are anti-establishment. And so something they've really tapped into. Now, looking at these races, a lot of these are primaries, Lindsay. And yes, they've done well in some of these places, but the question remains, how well will some of these candidates now will do once they get to the general election, when it's a much broader electorate and they have to appeal to more voters than just their progressive base.
All right,
Lindsay?
So a lot of these primaries are behind us. We know that now the race for these generals takes off, not a lot of time. Which races are you most watching and why?
That's a great question, Lindsay. Do you have a half an hour? Because I will talk to you for a long
Let's
time.
do a special.
Let's do it. I'm down. No, one of the top races is one that made a lot of headlines this past week, and that's, of course, Georgia, and specifically the Georgia Senate race. Senator Jon Ossoff, he is the incumbent Democratic senator there. He has amassed a massive war chest, something like $32 million cash on hand, and he will now face, of course, Congressman Mike Collins, a close ally of President Trump, and someone who just came out of this pretty arduous and tough primary and this runoff. But I did talk to someone close to Senator Ossoff and asked him about this race. And they told me while they got the candidate essentially that they wanted to face in Collins, they also are not taking anything for granted. As you know, Lindsay, Georgia is a perennial battleground. Every cycle, it comes down to just a couple of points of difference. So that's why everyone's expecting a true battle here in a Senate race that could decide who controls the Senate.
Fin Gómez, thanks so much. Let's get that special in the works, right?
That's right. Let's go.
Let's go.